Okay, we're going to bring in leftism today. Hello. Okay, you want to cam up?
What's dark?
Oh, you're a pussy?
I mean, it's dark.
Can we see you?
You see how it's dark? Well, no, but I mean, it's dark. Let me turn on my camera.
You can turn on a light?
No, I'm in my car, and my lights don't turn on in my car. I have a fucking old-ass car. I mean,
So,
if you want me to get the light so bad, I will get the light, but you'd have to give me 1 second.
we'll grab the light.
Alright. Light. Alright, there's a light right here. I'll stand right here. I am outside, because I'm in a different city. We pull around. Can't believe you fucking spent 50 minutes talking to that dumbass instead of me. You need to bring some actually fucking educated people onto your stream, Haas.
We'll see if you're educated.
We'll see. Alright, where's my camera? No, it's...
Okay, so what do you want?
Alright, so basically, what I wanted to talk about was, I wanted to talk about your contradiction in your econ, right?
Yeah.
Because your econ doesn't make any sense to me.
Go ahead.
First of all, you support China, which inherently leads me to believe that you support market socialism, because China is currently market socialist. They don't call themselves fucking socialists. So you support China. Give me a second, I'm fucking rolling over. You support China.
Yeah.
But you also call yourself a Marxist, which is really funny to me because Xi Jinping has no plans to move over to a planned economy.
Uh-huh.
But you call yourself a Marxist. Now let me put my earbuds back in. So you call yourself a Marxist, but you support China. And China has a fucking market economy, right? China produces specifically for profit. China produces specifically with
China does not produce for profit.
Okay. China doesn't produce for profit?
No, and China is also a planned economy.
Marx's definition. Do you know what Marx thinks profit is?
Sure. So you just said China produces for profit. What is China?
What do you mean? What is China?
Like, what is China?
I'm not gonna do this bullshit with you, okay? I'm not gonna do this fucking bullshit. What is China? I think we both know what the fuck China is, dude, okay? Listen, you're a little dumbass and you never fucking read Marx, okay? You know what?
Hey, stop getting ahead of yourself, little pussy. Stop getting ahead of yourself, little bitch.
Oh, stop getting
Yeah, you gotta know who's in charge here. But let's see what you just said. You said Xi has no plans for China to transition into a planned economy, but the Chinese economy is already planned, and it's not planned for profit. It's planned on the basis of maximizing the well-being of the Chinese people. Now, are companies and firms within China producing for profit? Within the limited extent in which they're able to, yes. But that is under the oversight of an overall general plan, which is not made for profit. So when you say China produces for profit, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, because China as a whole does not plan and produce for profit. Actually, they do things that are not profitable in the short term, which end up benefiting the Chinese people in the long term. They destroy entire industries because they decide these industries are no good for the Chinese people. If everything was for fucking profit, why would the Chinese state act on behalf of the Chinese people in a way that comes at the expense of profit so often?
Oh, Sweden fucking has a healthcare program that buys back fucking medicine at a profit that won't benefit the medicine companies. I guess Sweden is socialist now, isn't it? That's called social democracy, okay? If Biden...
It's the linchpin of Sweden's economy. No, that's not true, because the linchpin of Sweden's economy is still capitalism.
You're so fucking dumb.
The linchpin of Sweden's economy is still American-led financial capitalism. So you're wrong.
Stonewall me, huh? Talk over me?
Yeah, because you're wrong. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Oh, yeah, you have to keep talking over me. No, let me finish my fucking point. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about, because if you actually open this fucking book right here, I know it's scary to you, Capital, you would know from the horse's fucking mouth what Marx says capital is. Marx says capital is that which increases its own exchange value. Now, what is the majority of production in China? Is the majority of production in China to increase its own exchange value? Fucking yes, dumbass. What does a Gucci store do? It fucking takes surplus value, which is the wage, which is the difference between the value produced and the wage, and it fucking makes money, dumbass.
Wait, so because China, hold on. Because China has not completely eliminated capital, and capital still exists in China, that means China isn't socialist.
No, it's if you read Capital.
So I've read Capital. I've read Capital, and nowhere in Capital do I find the view that the transition to socialism.
Remember the part where Marx says that capitalism is generalized commodity production? You know what generalized means? It means the typical form of production is for profit.
That's not what generalized commodity production means at all. Hold on, that's not what it means at all. That's not what it means at all.
Oh, it's not what it means.
No, it doesn't. He's not just saying. Marx isn't just. Marx doesn't call generalized commodity production because the profit is widespread. Hey, shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Hey. Listen. You need to shut your mouth. Your chin strap is not doing you any good, by the way. You really need to shut your mouth. Yeah, you're really weird, ugly chin strap.
Oh, really weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're getting fucking clowned on right now. I swear, you're so dumb.
That's your perspective, certainly.
So quiet. It is my perspective.
Yeah.
And I think it's
so. Let's talk about generalized commodity production. So generalized commodity production doesn't just mean that profit is widespread. The word actually means that the commodity form is general. That's what it means. It doesn't mean that the pursuit of profit is widespread. That's not what it actually refers to. So I think you need to read that book again, little boy.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know, you're making a Vosh argument because the commodity form has existed since the beginning of labor. The commodity form existed outside of fucking
but not the generalized commodity form, which reduces all commodities to a common standard.
It reduces the typical form of production to commodity production. Commodity production is production with the goal.
No, there have always been the production of commodities. The difference with generalized commodity production is that it's held to a general standard.
Said that. Yes, to a general standard.
Yeah.
It's a general standard in China, dude.
That China actually doesn't have generalized commodity production.
Yeah, it does, dude.
No, it doesn't. If China had generalized commodity production,
who produces Chinese steel? Is it private firms? Who produces Chinese technology? Is it private firms or?
It's a collaboration between both public and private, but that's besides the point. The overall linchpin that drives China's economy is not generalized commodity production, but a planned economy.
Collaboration. So when Sweden when the National Health Service collaborates with medicine companies...
You didn't listen to what I said. You didn't actually listen to what I said. I didn't say that the reason it doesn't have generalized commodity production is because there's a partnership between private and public. I said it's because... You're the one who pointed out that everything's private. I said that's not true. What I was trying to get at is that the reason China doesn't have generalized... Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! The reason China doesn't have generalized commodity production is because the linchpin of the Chinese commodity is not the general commodity form doesn't exist within China, because MCM, which is actually what defines capital, is not actually what defines China's developmental model. China's developmental model is measured in terms of the general welfare and happiness of the Chinese people, not in terms of profit.
Okay, so we both know what MCM prime is, right? MCM prime is when I take money and I make a commodity and I get more money out of it, right?
What's the point?
Does Gucci not do that in China? Does Foxconn not do that in China? Do the majority
Gucci, you cannot actually explain. Hold on.
capital.
You're talking about sensationalized media stories like Foxconn. It's not a Marxist analysis. Let's talk about Gucci. Let's talk about Gucci. Shut the fuck up. You cannot explain. Actually, brands like Gucci, their actual profitability could not be explained in terms of the traditional MCM model or the theory of value.
Yeah, it could.
Really? So you're saying Gucci's...
You don't know what the theory of value is, dude. We already...
Why? Okay, so what makes Gucci products profitable?
Okay, what makes Gucci products profitable, are you ready, is because they employ what's called variable capital. They employ what's called labor.
So the labor that goes into the Gucci products is what makes them valuable.
Under the value, the wage of that labor is the sustenance of the worker.
Wait. So, hold on. You're getting ahead of yourself. I know you read Capital, half of the book once, and you think you're really confident about these ideas. You actually don't know anything you're talking about. You actually have no fucking idea about any of the things you're talking about. I hope you know you have no fucking idea about any of the things you're talking about. You're saying Gucci products are valuable because of the labor that goes into them.
Wait, repeat what you just said. I didn't hear you.
Gucci products are profitable because of the variable capital that goes into them, the labor.
No, Gucci products are profitable because the variable capital paid to the worker is less than the overall profit that Gucci, the corporation...
That's a tautology. You're basically just saying that since Gucci does not give all of its profits to the workers that are involved in its production...
This is critique of the Gopher program. We don't give 100%. This is Lascelles. Well, I'm not saying you're saying this, but I'm saying if I made this argument, this would be Lascellian, right? I'm not Lascellian. I don't want to give 100% of the profits to the government. I want there to be exactly...
But that you haven't explained where the profitability of a Gucci product comes from. You're saying it comes from the difference between the wages of the workers involved in its production and the price that it's selling the commodities for. That it's making a return on.
Making surplus value. It's surplus value. And this is...
Yeah, but that's not... Hold on. But that's not surplus value because in that case, if we evaluate the actual labor that goes into Gucci products, it is... The price is significantly higher than that.
So they make significantly more surplus value. What are you talking about, bro?
But they mark it up. They mark it up way beyond its real labor value because it's a brand.
Profit, dude. Yes. Okay. Monopolies in the labor theory of value are very unique.
Gucci does not have a monopoly on anything.
It has a monopoly on the Gucci brand. That's what monopoly means. It means only they can produce it.
But that means nothing. It doesn't have a monopoly on handbags. It doesn't have a monopoly on accessories.
No, people pay... Do you not agree that people pay money for the Gucci brand? It has a monopoly legally.
Why? Okay, wait. Hold on. And where does the willingness of people to pay money for the Gucci brand fill into explaining its profitability?
Because what they can get away with is charging much more for the Gucci brand compared to the average wage that they pay, which is the sustenance of the worker in variable capital. That's
what I'm wanting to ask you is how can they do that? And you're saying it's because they have a monopoly on the Gucci brand. Well, what about the Gucci brand is worth having a monopoly on to explain such great margins of profitability?
Well, Marx actually mentions this in the beginning of Capital One. Asking why people buy shit isn't really a productive question. Marx wasn't a psychologist. Marx did not care about why...
But if you're talking about Gucci, it does matter. No, it does matter if we're talking about Gucci. You cannot explain why Gucci specifically is profitable from your analysis.
Did you not just hear me? Did you not just hear me? Do I have to read out the...
Yeah, but this is what a Marxist would say, Simmons. Because since you're a fucking idiot, I'll explain it to you.
Oh, I'm a fucking
Marx's theory of value only applies at the aggregate level. It doesn't apply to individual companies or individual stores. It applies at the aggregate level. So what the Marxist would basically say is, yes, Gucci marks it up and makes way more money than otherwise would, but the labor theory of value is still operative at this general level of the economy, at the aggregate level. That would be the Marxist position. But because you're a fucking moron, you couldn't even answer my fucking question when I quizzed you. You basically had to say that, well, Gucci has a monopoly on the brand of Gucci. That doesn't fucking explain why Gucci's being profitable in the first place.
Besides Gucci, that's called a monopoly, fucking idiot.
But a monopoly would only be applicable in the case, but the labor doesn't explain why it's cost so much.
Well, actually, you're talking about the water diamond paradox right now. You're talking about the water diamond paradox. See, if you want to get into why something costs something more, right? Well, let me break this down in steps, okay? Number one, Gucci is a specific brand. It has a monopoly. Why is it marketable? Why is it popular? Because they market, because they have celebrities wear it, because they do all of these things that they pay for. With all of these things they pay for comes out of surplus value. But they
what does that mean?
Profit, right?
What does that mean?
What does it mean?
Yeah.
It means it means basically when you have a business.
Hey, dumbass, I'll explain what it means to you, since you're fumbling and stumbling and mumbling and waffling your fucking words. I can actually explain it, dumbass, to save time. What an actual smart classical Marxist would say is that surplus is being reallocated from other sectors of the economy into the pockets of Gucci. That's what a smart Marxist would say, who's just a bare-bones, boring Marxist, dogmatic Marxist. An actual classical Marxist, minimally educated, would have to admit that surpluses from other sectors of the economy are being given to Gucci, and that's why it's so profitable. Within Gucci itself, you cannot explain how Gucci gets away with making these incredible margins of profit compared to the costs of production and the cost of variable capital.
And variable capital in Gucci's, okay, you're asking about compounding capital. Obviously, there's going to be more fucking compounding constant and variable capital in fucking Gucci's lines. That adds to its value. But
no, I'm talking about the fact that people are taking their money and buying Gucci, and this does not actually reflect on the extent of value crystallized in the Gucci products.
Yes, I fucking agree with that. Yes, the value is the socially necessary human labor time. That is from Marx himself.
But you didn't explain to me how Gucci makes profit. How does Gucci make profit? You can't just explain that in terms of surplus value. You can't explain that in terms of the surplus value Gucci is producing. Gucci doesn't produce the surplus value to explain its profitability margins.
Okay, let me ask you a question. If we had 100% automation, could you make profit? No.
Because hold on. That's not necessarily true.
You could make profit if you had a
theorizations of the attention economy would disagree with that. You could still make profit.
A what economy?
Attention economy.
Well, fucking actually, when you talk about making profit in the Marxist sense, you're talking about the difference between the sustenance of the worker and the value they produce.
No, you're not. No, you're not. That's not what profit means whatsoever. All profit means in the Marxist sense.
What the fuck?
No, that's not what profit means, actually. That's not what profit means.
Profit is literally when there's 100% automation, so you can't pull any more surplus value because
that would put an end to the law of value. That would put an end to the law of value. The question of profit is more ambiguous. But anyway, that's not what profit means in Marx's sense. Profit just means you make more money than you put in the first place. That's profit.
What do you put in? You put in variable capital. You fucking
you put in money, commodity, and you get more money.
Yes. What are the parts of a commodity? Variable capital, the wage, constant capital, which is the compounding materials that you use.
Sure.
And then it boils down to variable capital and surplus value, right? Because you can underpay someone who's like picking shit out of a tree,
I think you're trying to say that surplus value is not just the difference between the commodity's price and the wage of the worker. That's not what it means. Nowhere in Marx will you find that. Surplus value is something produced. What's that?
Go on, I'm listening.
Yeah, surplus value is not... This is something Hassan also tried to say, and also the fake Marxists on BreadTube are trying to say. Surplus value does not primarily take that form. Surplus value doesn't just mean what isn't paid to the worker, because the worker is paid the precise worth of their value. as it's expressed as a commodity. The worker is paid the exact labor value. Yes, they are.
They're not.
Insofar as value is expounded into the form of a commodity, the worker is paid the exact price of their labor. The exact price.
No,
yes, they are.
They're paid a wage. A wage.
Their wage is exactly their value. The value of their labor is that wage.
Read wage, labor, and capital. You clearly
you don't know the difference between value and price is the issue.
Yes, I do.
Insofar as value is expounded, listen, value comes to manifest its significance in the form of contradictions. It doesn't manifest its significance in the form of, workers are not being paid enough money. That's not, because they're getting paid the exact...
Value is produced because humans are the...
In what manner is surplus value manifested in the economy?
Surplus value is manifested when you pay a worker a wage. Now, a wage is...
No, that's not how it's manifested at all.
...of a worker.
That's not how it's manifested at all.
Theories of surplus value, because that's literally what it...
Marx directly contradicts this view in his work. That's not true at all. You need to do more homework. You don't know anything about Marxism.
Theories of surplus value.
Okay, quote me the relevant passages in theories of surplus value. Quote me the relevant passages. You're cutting out. Your connection's cutting out. Quote me the relevant passages.
Yeah, I know hold on. If I can... Well, I'm gonna have to go somewhere else. I'm gonna start acting up out of nowhere. I probably have to turn off my camera because it's killing my battery. But anyway, I mean, fucking... Here's the deal, Haas. Here's the deal.
Quote me the relevant passages from theories of surplus value.
Okay, then I'll shut up and I'll go to somewhere with better internet and I'll fucking get it, dude.
Okay.
I'm not at home. I can't, I don't fucking...
Yeah, because I think you're talking out of your ass and you're confusing value with price.
No, I think you're a little bitch.
I'm a little bitch, how?
Right, you are a little bitch. Notice how...
Is that why you have a chin strap and you can't even grow a full beard? You can't even grow a full beard, you little bitch. You can't even grow a full beard, you little bitch. That's why I'm a little bitch. I don't
want a full beard. I want a goatee.
You can't even grow that. You don't have enough fucking hair to grow a goatee. You have a fucking ugly chin strap like a fucking rat.
I'll show you some hair when I take off my shirt, baby. I'll show you some fucking hair. Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a little bitch. You don't know anything about Marxism. You're a fucking pseudo-intellectual fraud.
Notice how unenthused and sad you sound. Oh, sorry, you're not arguing with some dumbass like Belgium LARPer.
You are a dumb fuck. You are literally a dumb fuck.
I'm a dumb fuck.
You literally think that surplus value just means paying workers less than what their labor's worth. No, it's not what it means. That's just not what it means. Insofar as value takes the form of the commodity and therefore price, they're paid the exact value of their labor. The whole reason the concept of value has to be distinguished from price is because of the internal contradiction of price. Price cannot define its own value. Value comes to enter into contradiction with price in the form of capitalist crisis.
Value is human quantities of labor time. I know what fucking value is, dude.
No, you don't know what value is.
Quote, and I'm trying to find it, but you're also fucking talking.
You don't know what value is.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't. You think it's the same as price, and it's not.
Is value not abstract quantities of human labor time? Is it? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, so, nay, you just admitted that I know what value is.
No, you don't, because you're misapplying the concept of value when you're trying to describe its relation to price.
Oh, it's relation to price. Okay.
Yeah.
So basically what happens is you can correlate equilibrium prices with a certain amount of value. This is the water-diamond paradox. So the reason why in equilibrium, water and diamonds, well, they're equilibrium prices, right? Diamonds have a higher equilibrium price than water because it takes more constant capital to produce diamonds. That's the reason why it has a higher price.
That's doubtful. Anyway, that's doubtful. That's not true. The Marxist perspective is that when you have commodities that are arbitrarily given prices, wildly beyond their value, in the aggregate, the law of value averages them all out. So it's just taking from other sectors of the economy that actually do produce value. So it's all at the aggregate level. So you can literally shit in a bucket and sell it for $5,000, and people can pay $5,000, but at the aggregate level, the law of value is still going to manifest.
Yes, I'm not disputing that.
Yeah,
you can make a Rembrandt painting and sell it.
Okay,
that does not dispute the law of value because that's a one of a kind.
So what you're talking about is wrong. The reason why diamonds can be inflated way beyond the actual price and cost of their production, which they are, if you know anything about the history of fucking diamonds and the De Beers Corporation, that's how you would explain it. You didn't explain it in the correct way.
Well, that's the Marxist way to...
No, it wouldn't be. The Marxist perspective would just say the response to the water and dime paradox is that at the aggregate level, the law of value still applies.
Yes, but what is the law of value? The law of value, which you just agreed, is that there are...
that if you're looking at it just at the level of the diamond sector... The diamond sector can't be taken in a vacuum because it's interconnected with the rest of the mode of production.
I'm not disagreeing
that would be the Marxist perspective. You don't know anything about Marxism.
When did I say that there's only diamonds? When did I say that the labor theory...
You said that the reason why diamonds are it cost as much as they do is because it takes more in terms of the constant capital. I think you mean the technology that goes into their production, which isn't true.
Technology is constant capital.
Yeah, but it's not true that that's the reason why diamonds are expensive as they are. Diamonds are fucking cheap, way cheaper than they're fucking sold for.
Cheap in terms of what? Because
in terms of their cost of production, they're way cheaper than what they're sold for. Dumbass.
But we're talking about equilibrium price, dumbass. You're talking about fucking supply and demand. Do you know the difference between...
Yeah, well, I'm talking about equilibrium price too. They're overinflated in terms of their price.
Okay.
Because it's a monopoly. It's literally an example of a monopoly that overinflates the price of diamonds.
Dude, we're talking about fucking Marxism. Obviously, you're not a Marxist.
Yeah, you're not a Marxist because you don't understand that the way you explain the water and dime paradox is by referring to the economy at the aggregate level. You didn't even bring that up.
Oh, aggregate level. Oh, he got me. Oh, I didn't mention every economy in the entire fucking world.
You said the reason diamonds are more expensive is because of the constant capital crystallized in their production or extraction, which is not true.
What did you just say? What word salad are you fucking spewing out?
I'm repeating what you said, that it's the constant capital crystallized in the diamond that makes them expensive as they are, which isn't true.
Yes, it is.
No, it's literally not true. It's literally not true.
So let me ask you something. If I have a chair and I had someone who was paid variable capital to chop down the wood from the tree and then to give the wood to the saw company to make the chair, is that wood laborers
labor crystallizing the wood? Yes, but that doesn't explain the price of diamonds.
That's what I'm fucking saying.
But that doesn't explain why diamonds cost so much. You didn't solve the paradox. But that's not why diamonds are as expensive as they are. They're as expensive as they are because they're inflated way beyond their actual fucking costs of production, including all of the constant and variable capital crystallized in them.
Well, you can inflate anything to be whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, but you literally lied about why diamonds are expensive to fit your dogmatic view of Marxism.
In the specific case of diamonds,
you literally had to lie about why diamonds are as expensive as they are.
Does the value of a piece of bread not match its equilibrium price?
Does the what?
Would the value of a piece of bread not have a tendency to match its equilibrium price, according to the labor theory of value? A piece of bread that anyone can bake, right?
If you're going to maintain a consistent rate of profit, and you're actually going to, in order to maintain competitive and continue to maintain a consistent rate of profit, yes, but not necessarily, no.
So your criticism was, but you didn't include everything else in the market.
No, that wasn't my criticism. My criticism is that you flat out lied in your explanation of why diamonds are more expensive.
Who gives a shit? Pieces of poopy are expensive, dude. You're not listening to the fucking concepts. You're grasping at straws.
But you think the only thing that could explain why diamonds are expensive is because of the...
I don't give a shit why diamonds are
Why bring up the constant capital at all when you could just explain it in terms of the aggregate level of the economy? There's room for arbitrariness in the economy where people just pay prices for shit that has nothing to do with the aggregate level.
An example of this is that services are not covered by the labor theory of value because you can't exactly reproduce a service every time like you can a piece of bread.
Okay.
So you can't fucking measure it aggregately like you're talking about. I understand what the labor theory of value.
No, you don't. You really don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Told you.
Yep. Well, you just proven you didn't even understand the difference between price and value. What's the difference between price and value, kiddo? What's the difference between price and value, kiddo?
I just fucking told you like 4 times.
What is the difference between price and value? Go ahead.
Value is the average quantity of human labor time in
Where does Marx say that?
Minutes, etc. Where does Marx say it?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll give you quotes.
Yeah.
I'll give you quotes. But Marx, I'm sure you know that Marx wrote Capital in layers. You know that, right?
Okay. Give me the quote.
So I would have to give you one quote at a time, which I'm fine with doing.
Give me the quote that where Marx says that's what value is.
I can start off by showing you that Marx says that value is human labor.
Yeah, I know that, but what about the average? You know, we debated about this before, and you were blown the fuck out.
Dude. We did.
What about where he says it's the average quantity of labor time? Where does he define labor as the average quantity of labor time? That's something you made up. You made up that part. You made up that part about the labor time.
Oh, I made up that part.
Yeah, you did. You fucking made it up. Where did he say that?
What is manufacture? What does Marx think manufacture is? Oh, I don't know. You don't know what manufacturing is?
Marx says value only takes the form of price.
You can't answer the question.
Of what?
Goofed on, you little bitch.
What question? What question, you little fucking pussy, you little fucking bitch? What question, you fucking pussy? What question?
Dominated. My big dick is in your ass.
What fucking question, you little fucking pussy? He ran away like a fucking bitch. He literally ran away and surrendered to me like a fucking pussy. He ran away to me like a little fucking bitch. He fucking ran away. He literally ran away. He fucking ran away because I fucking called him out on his fake fucking made up view of fucking how Marx defines value. He doesn't say it's the average quantity of labor time. He just made that shit up. I literally remember fucking debating him about that too, where he made that dumb shit up. What a fucking pussy. He doesn't even know what the fuck he's talking about. I wonder if I should upload that shit. Now I want to debate Fellow Traveler too, because he's going to make a video about me. How about he just debates me like a fucking man? I want to debate Fellow Cuckler. Can I debate Fellow Cuckler? Fucking pussy. What a literal pussy. Unironic, literal fucking pussy. What a literal bitch. Unfucking believable. I quoted Marx, which literally refuted everything he said. If the worker wasn't paid the value of their labor power, it wouldn't be able to be reproduced. Yeah! He doesn't even know that workers are paid the value of their labor. BreadTube started the meme that workers are not paid the full value of their labor. There's no such thing as full value. In the first place, value is imminently contradictory.